Capitalism is alive and well in this neighborhood in Caracas, Venezuela. So much so that many people are paid in US dollars and use the currency for transactions. For many years, this area was in decline due to Venezuela's economic troubles. Market liberalization and a dollarized economy has allowed private investment to revitalize the economy of this entertainment and financial district. Some claim it is the largest of its kind in Latin America. Economic or market liberalization is the removal of government controls of an industry or a market. It is the lessening of government regulations and restrictions. This encourages new entrants into the market and increases competition. It effectively lowers the barriers to entry in a market for private entities. Think of it as the removal of control to encourage economic progress and development. The IMF defines dollarization as the holding by residents of a significant share of their assets in the form of foreign currency denominated assets. It is a common feature of developing countries and transition economies. Venezuelan dollarization is when Venezuelans use the US dollar as legal currency. This shift towards the use of the dollar has widened inequalities in Venezuela. State employees are usually paid in bolivars. In contrast, 60% plus of salaries in the private sector are paid in dollars. For almost a decade, Venezuela has been experiencing an economic crisis. Over the last 10 years, the gross domestic product has fallen by more than 75%. Over 7 million people have left Venezuela to pursue a life in other countries. In 1900, Las Mercadas was a sleepy residential neighborhood of two-story houses. By 2000, 100 years later, shops and restaurants began to pop up. Within the last 5 years, there has been an explosion of fine dining and luxury stores selling international brands. Business and luxury apartment towers continue to be constructed. Modifications to building restrictions now allow taller and higher density construction projects. The mayor says Las Mercadas has become the cultural, economic, and financial epicenter of the people of Carcas and Venezuela. A 2021 reform by the regime allowed for several casinos to open in this neighborhood. Las Mercadas is an oasis of luxury and feels a world apart from a country facing dire economic straits. Most luxury businesses want to have some type of presence here, including clothing, restaurants, and nightlife. Real estate is a way to protect your money from inflation, as well as benefit from rising real estate prices. Some studies put inflation upwards of 100 and 200% a year. The upper class of Venezuela is roughly approximate to 2% of the population. The upper middle class is about 4% of the population. Just who is living in Las Mercadas? It is a mixture of people. Some people here worry that their money will continue to lose value due to inflation or that it will be frozen. They spend money earned decades ago. Some people have links to the government through business or politics. People connected to the government often cannot spend their money abroad, and so they choose to spend it domestically. And of course, there are people who have made their money through corruption. Not everyone in Las Mercadas is corrupt or linked to the government, though. However, Transparency International put Venezuela as the fourth most corrupt country in the world in 2021. It ranked at 177 of 180 countries.